And we are back with Ron for our very last question of this series. You mentioned in your messaging that there will be an opportunity for interested humanitarians to participate in the financial service centers. Can you explain how that will work exactly? And will our QFS accounts be available in those centers?
Um, I can't tell you ex- exactly how it's going to work, as there is a cleansing process in the banking that is taking place at the present time. The central bank heads of the central bank have been taken out a long time ago, and are not functioning. And the alliance is working, or the white hats are working their way down through to middle management to see if there's anybody in there who they can allow to be a part of the quantum or the financial service center. And because those are the right people to choose if they are on our side or on the good side or can be trusted with that responsibility. How that's going to work and how we get involved, I'm not sure yet. We can, there may be a place that we can say, uh, as managing directors, you can sign up to participate in the financial service centers. It's a very unique opportunity, and its purpose is to take the place of the present banking system, so that the communities have a resource that they could go to if they have a question about their. Okay, and this brings up this last. Will QFS accounts be available in the financial service? And yes. You just go in there with your account number, and they'll go into your account and tell you what you got there if that's what you want. And if you want to bring out $27,000 in cash, they will have the cash available to transfer the gold certificate to the serial number on those uh, documents or on those bills. And then you go out and spend them, and they go back into the system, and then they're put back into inactive status, and the gold certificates are then activated in the new account. It's a simple process, but it's important that we have good people who can go into those accounts. Now, if you're not there with them, there's a very strong chance that they can't just go in and search around themselves. Can't do that. It's not permitted. Quantum financial system won't allow that. That's a private account. Those are private accounts, and you have no business in there unless the person who owns that account is right in front of you. Those are the security issues that the quantum financial system has. But they have the financial service centers so that you can get information about your account and access what you need. Financial service centers will be places where you can borrow money, and they'll be taxed or interest free. And you just set up the circumstances, and it might be that the money to pay it back will be um, dis, dist- extracted uh, from your account, so that you pay it on time and all that sort of stuff. I don't know. I'm not, see, when we talk about exactly, it's going to work out exactly the way that the alliance has set it up. But I'm open for what their input will be in creating these quantum or these financial service centers. It's called the financial service industry, and then the branches of a bank would be the financial service centers. So we'll see how that all works. The real exciting time is when the banks fail. Now, see, the banks will run out of cash, but they have extensive holdings for property. that will be liquidated. And I'm not sure how that's going to take place all over the world, but we managing directors might be involved in the financial service centers, and so we go in and buy those buildings and set all of the assets and set it up so that it's a financial service center. There's a lot to think about in this, and that's it kind of takes a unique person to do all that. And how many banks are there in the world? Well, some of the larger banks will be taken over, and some of the smaller banks on a local basis, you might be buying those and using them for financial service centers. We'll see. I'm open to all the stuff that the Alliance has set in place for us, or the white hats in this regard. They're the ones that will be setting it up under the direction of the Alliance. That's what I have to talk about that question. So I hope that's helpful. And we'll have an opportunity, if given, to be involved with it. I know that my counselor is a financial wizard, and I've not met him yet, but I do get some influences coming from him about things that I'm trying to get accomplished. So it's a fairly sophisticated thing that we're coming into, and we'll get all the help that we need from the Alliance and from our sources of counselors. So I hope that helps. That's the last question. I felt like it's been a good one. Let's, sending out love and appreciation to all of you for your participation and for the questions. That's great. We had good questions today that we could have a lot of conversation about. So I never do anything short or small. So I apologize for taking another 45 minutes over the hour. So sending love and appreciation to all of you, and for Dom and Jim and Trina, thank you so much. So appreciate your work. It's like clockwork. You guys do a great job, and I appreciate that.
Well, thank you so much.
With that, I'll say good night.
Well, good night to you and Dom, and we thank you for your time and energy, and we look forward to the next time we get together for Series 37 coming up next week. So
okay, sounds
good. Have a great night.